Hello, cruel world.
Are you excited for trivia night?
I am.
Yeah?
Indeed.
It's gonna be a blast.
Yeah, I don't know much about the world, so it's gonna be like class again.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's like
You better not pull my team down, bro.
I'm gonna lose.
We win money.
No, it's just like we'll do movies. Like let's just keep activating the movie category, and I'll be just fine.
There's a movie section.
Okay, well then I'll be fine with that one.
Okay.
What are we talking about today?
We're talking about going woke, going broke.
Yeah, there's a great divide happening with consumers, friends.
Yes.
So you better choose a side for the battle.
The right side.
Yes.
Obviously.
But let's start the show before we get into it. Hello, and welcome to the Strive Nation podcast, the podcast where we talk about the monotony of daily life. But hey, that's okay because sometimes that's exactly what you need in this crazy world. My name is Cory Estreen, and always I'm joined by my fantastic fiance, Taylor Huff. Taylor Huff, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing really good.
Good. You had a good day?
Super good day.
Groovy, baby.
Busy day. You know, protecting employees from tornadoes. All the good things.
Good. It's starting to lighten up outside.
Yeah.
It was pretty nasty for a little bit, but
'Tis the year.
yeah,
Yes. How are you, my friend?
I'm fine. Just it was a productive day.
Good.
Did some things.
Wow.
Looked at some costumes for Halloween.
You did.
I pretty much narrowed it down between two things.
Cool.
Yeah. Do you want to know about them?
I do.
Well, too bad. It's a surprise.
Oh. Wow. That was really
You're like, oh.
anticlimactic.
Okay, let's get into this episode. We are talking about the Great Divide today and how some companies are going woke and others are fighting against it. The companies you need to look out for. But first, what are you drinking?
You know what? I'm just drinking a good old grapefruit sparkling water.
Well, that's lovely, and you already popped the top.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I did.
It's okay. Everyone hates you now, so
I was really thirsty.
that's okay.
Super thirsty.
Yeah, and the good thing about that grapefruit sparkling water is that it's actually a cheap version we found at Aldi that's half the price of LaCroix.
Yeah, which kind of sucks because I love LaCroix, but whatever.
It's literally half the price.
I know. The economy is hitting us. Please subscribe so I can afford LaCroix.
Wow. Okay.
I'm just kidding. It tastes good. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking Sam Adams Oktoberfest. It's a little flat because we opened it up last night.
Yeah.
And we didn't drink it. So I kept it because I didn't want to get... Because you can't waste beer, guys. That's like ultimate party foul.
Yeah.
So I'm drinking it. It's a little flat, but it's still an Oktoberfest. Shan't go to waste. Yeah, it's definitely a little flat, but I'll drink it. All right. Pause the show. Go get yourself a beverage.
A Beveragino.
And run back quickly so you don't miss anything. Before we start the show, make sure that you go right now and follow on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Strive Nation Pod for all the coolest content on the internet. And for you visual people, head over to YouTube and smash the subscribe button and like every video to show that you care. But first,
Upvotes and downvotes.
yes, upvotes and downvotes.
Yes.
You first.
My upvote is I hung out with my grandparents, went to Gatlinburg with them, showed them all the things. It was very fun. It was good. I like spending time with them.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had dinner with them. It was nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, we need to get you a T-shirt that says all the things on it.
Oh my God. I say that.
You say it every other sentence at this point.
It's worse than
It's like one of those things that you just say.
I know. I think I say it a lot at work.
Yeah.
And now it's just translated into every moment of my life.
That'd be a pretty good merch idea, though. That time when ... all the things.
I really like it.
Right? That's great.
Yes.
Good.
What's your upvote?
Your Christmas present.
Which I don't know what it is.
It's a surprise, but it's so freaking sick, guys. I'm very excited about it. But, and I'm someone who doesn't keep surprises very well when I'm excited about things, but I'm keeping this one.
Cory has never kept my present a surprise.
Yeah. No, that is not true.
No, Hamilton tickets.
That is not true.
And Eliza Schlesinger tickets.
Yeah, so
we'll see if you keep this till Christmas.
yeah, but it is freaking great. It took a while, but I got it nailed down.
Cool.
What is your downvote?
I went to Oktoberfest this past weekend.
Yeah, in Nashville.
In Nashville. I had a total of maybe 3 beers, And I was violently hungover.
Yeah, it was quite funny.
No, it was terrible. I was sick all night. I was drinking during the day too. So I had a full 12, 16 plus hours. And when I woke up and went to work in the morning, sparkling water, I couldn't drink it. I couldn't drink anything flavored. I couldn't eat anything. I drank flat water for the first half of work. And then I had a chicken breast for lunch.
Very nice.
No, it was awful.
That just means you're old.
I don't know what happened to me, but it was no bueno.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. You're not, because you thought it was funny.
I did actually think it was funny. At least this time I didn't stand by the door and eat potato chips.
Cheez-Its.
No, it wasn't Cheez-Its. It
Were
was,
you eating potato?
I don't know. It was some sort of potato chip.
Cora's always eating and watching me hurl into a bucket.
Yeah, it's fascinating for some reason. Actually, it's not fascinating. It's just hilarious, even though I should be. I mean, I still play like the loving, oh, sweetie, you're hungover. I'm sorry. Are those spins getting to you? I do a little bit of that, but the other half is laughing.
It's really just making fun of me. And then he made me laugh, so I'm laughing as I'm gagging up you.
That was kind of weird.
I'm gonna cry.
Oh.
Okay, that's your downvote.
My downvote is that job I was talking about previously when I had the solo episode. I didn't get it. They gave it to somebody else, which is perfectly fine because it was just a shot in the dark. I didn't actually want the job. I was just going to see if I could beat someone else out of it and then reject the offer. So I didn't get it. Crazy world. And it is totally fine. I was about 40-60 ongoing anyways, so I'm neither sad nor happy. I'm kind of just indifferent. Mm-hmm. But I would have liked to been offered out. So yeah, I didn't get it. Oh well. Moving on. We're talking about
woke companies.
Yes. So this has probably happened to you before. You're watching TV and the show starts pushing a narrative that you don't necessarily agree with, and they keep pushing it down your throat, even though you just want to be entertained and been told a good story. Well, we're here to tell you we have alternatives, and there's options for you. I totally understand where you're coming from, and Taylor and I are in the same place with the companies that we buy from, consume, watch.
It's been happening a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone's in this boat, especially right now, with it's like, hey, if you support a company, watch their stuff. If you don't support a company, don't watch their stuff, don't buy their stuff. There's like this great divide right now.
Yeah.
Because everyone's about, it's so tribal right now. It never used to be like that. It's like, oh, if you have politics, don't include them in your products. Mm-hmm. But that's not how it is today.
Unfortunately.
So
I wish we were back to that.
Yeah, so we're going to talk a little bit about that. There's a lot of race-segregated consumerism, pride-pushing, pandering, cancel culture. What do you have to say about some of this stuff, like the pride pushing?
I think it's just incredibly disingenuous. You know, every company in America changes their logo to a pride flag, and all of a sudden they push like tampon, like women's products for trans women, and it's just, they're just trying to get the dollars from liberals and like lefties. Like, they don't actually care about trans rights.
Correct.
Like, they don't care that you've been able to marry someone of the same sex for like forever now. Like, it's not this cultural uprising. We all need to protest and like defend you. Like, you can do everything that everyone else can. So, and these companies they're just not doing anything. They just want to make a quick dollar. They want to look, we're cool, we're inclusive. We love gay people. Like, there's nothing.
They just want your money.
They just want your money. And they force opinions down your throat and be like, if you don't buy our Pride razor and you buy a different razor, like, are you homophobic?
Yeah, you're transphobic.
Yeah. And I'm like, I just don't think maybe we should I don't think it matters.
How about no?
That's amazing.
Yes. So I'm in the same boat. It's
pandering.
It's pandering, and it's an extremely like off-putting type of gesture when you're going to purchase a product. Mm-hmm. It's just like the pride pushing thing. It's like,
yeah,
why do you have to show a pride flag when the American flag is supposed to stand for everyone, right?
Yeah.
When the pride flag stands for a very specific group of individuals. that just need to be affirmed in their identities.
Yes.
Essentially. Because no one ultimately cares that you're gay. No one ultimately cares that you're trans.
Gives a shit.
No one cares. The only person that cares is you. And you care that everyone else has to care for some reason.
Yes.
And that's just not America. That's not the world. People are not going to care. Not everyone is going to care about your identity. Sorry. Just letting you know right now.
Yeah. And I think I'd be more okay with it if companies were like, look, I mean, I work for a company that does this. Daily Wire says we are conservative leaning company. We have conservative values. Majority of our employees have conservative values. We want to uphold America and conservative values. Like, they don't shy away from it and they embrace it. A lot of these companies just slap on these leftist ideas because it makes them look good and cool to like the younger demographics. And then when they get accused of being a more liberal company or a leftist company, a woke company, they're like, oh my God, no, we're not. And it's like, well, you are. If you're going to be this biased, own your bias.
Right.
Like, straight up just say, we are Democrats. We want to break apart America, all the things.
Yeah, it's the same thing with the cancel culture. It's like the cancel
yeah.
culture really only exists on the left today, right now, because it's like this person you don't agree with, let's cancel him. This person and you don't see like a lot of conservatives moving to cancel people.
No.
On the same, like we're not looking to destroy someone's life. Yeah, we don't agree with them, and we're going to voice our opinion that we don't agree with them, but we're not looking to remove them. We expect capitalism to do it for us.
Exactly.
Like, we don't call of our fans to go and like riot outside or whatever, or not, you know, what I'm saying? We're not looking to destroy people. We expect them to choose for themselves whether they like or dislike. Exactly. And whereas the left want to completely destroy you. They want to take your livelihood away. They want to make sure that you never have a job again, which is completely different in my opinion.
Oh yeah, no, I agree.
Companies, you had a little bit of along this realm, companies that are paying for abortions.
Yes. So I think this has become really popular since COVID, that these companies feel like they need to put a statement out every time something political happens. And it's like, Dick's Sporting Goods, I come to you for ammo and sports bras. I don't need to know your opinion on Roe v. Wade, or I don't need to know your opinion on the COVID-19 crisis. So it's been a thing since COVID. Every time something like news breaks, all these companies put together these PR statements, and it's so that, I mean, it's basically so they don't get looted. They're like, look at us, we're really nice, we're gonna donate money to Planned Parenthood. So this is the thing I have like such an issue with, is all of these companies came out and like they released statements that we support Planned Parenthood, we're gonna donate this much of our profit to them, like pushing and being very open that they donate to killing babies. And then on top of it, when the whole Roe v. Wade thing was then reversed, they're like, hey, we'll pay for our employees to have abortions. If you work for us in a state where they don't allow you, we'll pay for your travel and we'll pay your medical bills for you to go get an abortion. And people are like, wow, this is so amazing. I love working for Scheels. I'm just picking on the sporting goods stores because they're like completely going against the demographic. They like, bro, Republicans build your business up. They buy ammo, guns, and fishing knives or hunting knives from you. Like, I don't think the blue-haired girl is shopping at Dick's and Scheels, but whatever. My point being, they're like, wow, these companies are so amazing. They're paying for us to do all this, and they support us getting our abortions. Okay, how about you think about it from a business standpoint? Is it cheaper for a company to pay for you to get an abortion on a Friday so you'll be back to work on Monday? Or is it more expensive for your employer to allow you to take parental leave after you have your baby, to then have your baby on your health insurance that your company pays for you to have less time at work because you're with your child? They make more money off of you if you kill your baby on the weekend and then come back to work. And people are like, wow, these companies are so amazing. No, they're not. It's just cheaper for you to kill your kid.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's the other part of it. If you think about it like that, you're like, holy shit. This is quite crazy.
Yeah.
So it's like definitely a hidden agenda there, you think?
A 1000% hidden agenda. It's a 2-for-1. It's like, wow, we're gonna look fucking amazing to all of our consumers, to all of our employees. We're gonna look so great, and we are going to save so much money for not having to pay these girls health insurance while they're pregnant, for their kids' health bills, for parental leave, for maternity leave. That's not a thing because you got an abortion.
Right. That's crazy.
Like, you're just gone one day versus 3 months or 6 weeks.
Right.
You know?
Do you think it's important? So it never used to be about this. The politics never came into it, right?
No.
We left that up to like Republicans and Democrats specifically, to the politicians that actually, and then you get into it, you don't really talk about it, whatever. And I don't even, I think it's great that people are talking about it. I don't think they should be putting it into their products.
Yes.
But it's like, do you think it's important to be ignorant of a product company's views on something, or would you rather know or not know? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, let's say they're doing this behind your back and you didn't know versus the alternative.
I think I used to just not want to know, but I am glad I do know, and I'm glad that I don't support those companies.
Is it one of these things?
I feel like I'm voting with my dollars, and that feels important to me.
Right. So do you think it's one of these things where if you really like something and they haven't pushed politics into their products, that it's fine that you don't know? Versus if it's worth it to them to push it into their products, that's what pushes you over the edge. Because for some things, if I'm participating in something and I don't know, then obviously it may not be important to them, at least not enough to push an agenda on you.
Yeah.
And that's good enough for me.
It's as soon as they start pushing an agenda on me, I'm like, I'm out.
Right.
Like, I find out your soap company donates money to Planned Parenthood, I'm done. I'm not buying from you.
Right.
anymore.
And if you found out because they've been pushing it. It's not like you would have found out otherwise, because people wouldn't have been talking about
exactly.
it. Right?
Yeah.
And then it wouldn't have mattered anyways, because if it wasn't a big deal, people wouldn't be talking about it. That's the thing, right?
Exactly. Yes.
So it kind of comes out in the laundry, in the spotlight, when it's a thing, when it's a deal, you know? Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Types of agenda pushing that we see. I listed a couple of these here.
Oh, yeah.
Black Lives Matter, that's huge.
Black Lives Matter is on everything.
Yeah.
It's annoying.
Yeah, it's one of those things. They bring in race segregated consumerism, and I know that's like upsetting to you. It upsets me a lot as well.
Whereas, like, Taylor's just really pissed at all this agenda pushing.
Well, you brought it up.
I do. I know.
Especially when it comes to makeup.
I get really frustrated because I'm such an online consumer. I mean, a lot of my job is shopping. It's great. But most of my job is shopping. And when I go online and shop for work, it shows me Black-owned companies, women-owned companies, like LGBTQ category. I'm like, why do I need to shop? Like, it's segregation. Why can't I just find a restaurant for, I don't know, a Talon's lunch, buy hot chicken sandwich? Why are you breaking it down and putting Black-owned and female-owned before any of the white-owned hot chicken sandwich places? You know, like,
well, it's right, because you describe it as tribally segregated of a product, right? You don't care that it's Black-owned. The point should be
that
it's a good
chicken.
product, right? That
Yeah.
it shouldn't matter, because what if their product sucks? Why should you be putting money into a product that sucks?
Exactly.
Why would you support something that's obviously not good?
Exactly.
As far as the product goes, that's the whole point of capitalism.
Yeah, we're consumers. We're a capitalist company. If your product is good, you'll succeed. If your product's shit, you won't.
Now, here's the one thing: if a company, okay, you want to put money into a company, for example, they're giving, like, let's say they're donating money for a percentage all to breast cancer patients. Okay,
I'm fine with that.
Right, because it's all enveloping and it's a good cause towards all breast cancer patients.
Yeah.
Not just Black cancer patients.
Yeah.
Right? That's my problem, is they segregate a certain because they want to look good.
And the thing is, like, why do I care that the owner is Black?
You shouldn't. It doesn't matter.
That's
it doesn't matter
my
if they're
thing. I'm
Asian.
like,
it doesn't matter if they're white. It shouldn't matter at all.
Yeah, I just
right?
think that's really weird. Like, that is so 60s segregation. Like, do you really think, okay, take away technology. that in today's age, I'm going to walk down Broadway and I'm going to see, oh, this bar's owned. It says black-owned owner. I'm going to choose this bar over all the other bars because I want to support a black person because they need my help.
Right.
That's really fucked up. Be like, oh, the black person really needs my help. The white businesses, they're okay. The black person really... That's just
Well, it's straight up racist, first of all.
No, it is racist.
Yeah.
It's so racist and, I get on a rant.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing. They'll put that over the products. I want to include a really, really cool soundbite from Morgan Freeman, black actor Morgan Freeman that everyone knows. And he talks about this, especially when it relates to Black History Month. Why does he get a whole month to why does he only get 1 month relegated to his history? His history is American history, just like everyone else. Mm-hmm. And that's the point we're trying to make here, is that all of us are Americans. There isn't black history, there's American history, and we've all been through it, right? Mm-hmm. Same thing with like the Pride Month. Why Pride Months get a whole month, our veterans only get 1 day. Like why is I mean, all we're doing is pandering to people and virtue signaling that companies are saying they're great or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, here's the soundbite.
Black History Month you find
ridiculous.
why?
You're going to relegate my history to a month?
Oh, come on.
What do you do with yours? Which month is White History Month? No, come on, tell me.
Well, I'm Jewish.
Okay, which month is Jewish History Month?
There isn't one.
Oh, why not?
Yeah.
Do you want one?
No.
I don't either. I don't want a Black History Month. Black history is American history.
How are we going to get rid of racism until...
Stop talking about it. I'm going to stop calling you a white man.
Yeah.
And I'm going to ask you to stop calling me a black man. I know you as Mike Wallace. You know me as Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, I love Morgan Freeman.
He's a very smart man.
Yes, he is. Yeah, I think everyone also, like, this clip, obviously no one's going to want you to see this because Morgan Freeman's really respected. And it's like, bro, if he's saying it, come on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Some of the others.
He also said that forever ago.
Yeah, that was a long time. That was like, what was that, on 60 Minutes or something? What was that?
Yeah, 60 Minutes, a very long time ago.
Yeah, so some other types of agending push you probably running into for companies is defund the police, obviously huge, which is obviously moronic because these people who call for defunding the police are the ones who notably need the most police in high crime areas, which is really funny. And then they have like the whole Chaz thing that came out. They defund the police. So there was no police around, and then they were forming their own militia, which is police, community police, which is really funny.
Yeah, we already talked a little bit about pride and trans.
Yep.
How companies, pretend that they care. So, and then like the opposite of that, the calling the right racist and white supremacist. We talked about it on the podcast a while ago. That spice company in Wisconsin.
Penzies?
Yeah, Penzies, that had their whole email thing about how Republicans are so terrible and stuff. So that's like the, saying these people are crap. And then the other people are like, woo, we agree. We'll buy your spices.
Well, that's the whole thing. I mean, that's I think people are starting to notice, like, that's the whole agenda by the left, media, politicians, companies. It's about labeling the right as horrible versus the right doesn't do the same to the left.
No.
I don't think they're just maybe we just think they're brainwashed.
Yeah.
For the most part.
We talk about like certain individuals, like certain politicians, and be like, wow, I really disagree with their policies for X, Y, and Z. I think they're really dumb. But like that's really
we're not labeling them as racist, killers, murderers.
Oh my gosh,
white supremacists,
what did
racists,
Hillary
what was it?
call
Fascists.
What are the
it's like some sort of
deplorables?
Yeah, degenerates. Yeah. Yep. MAGA Republicans, extremists.
Ultra MAGA.
Yep. These are all the types of things that we're called on the right. Even if we're not, like, I'm not a Republican by any means. You're not a Republican by any means. We vote Republican, but that's it. That doesn't mean we're Republicans. I'd say we're conservatives for sure.
We're conservatives.
But that's what's happening. I mean, that's why you're going to see a red wave in about a month.
Yeah,
and then you're going to see an even bigger red wave in 2 years because all these liberals who are more moderates, left-leaning, right-leaning, close to the middle, are pretty much now all right. Only because these Marxist postmodernists are completely losing their minds.
I think we should talk about the companies that we've given up because of their agenda pushing.
Go for it.
Because we definitely have given up some.
It's mostly you, and a lot of like female products.
Yeah.
I feel like women, especially because of feminism, trans, LGBTQ, AAIP plus community, really resides with females. There's a lot of cosmetics for you.
Yes. Number one is Sephora, the makeup store. So it's been over a year. So last year, Amanda Essing, she's a conservative makeup YouTuber, has been around forever. She came out more conservative, not more. She is full on conservative. She's amazing. She now lives here in Tennessee. But she was supposed to do this big partnership with Sephora, these ads. Obviously, it's an influencer. That's how she makes her money. She made all the videos. Sephora posted one of the videos. And then the video got a ton of hate. Like, Amanda is an ultra right-winged, which is hilarious because she's a Latina. A female Latina. Okay. But was a white supremacist and ultra MAGA and all these things. And because of that, Sephora took her video down, said that they wouldn't pay her for the videos, for the products she already gave them. She already produced the videos. They were already approved by Sephora. And then they immediately came out with a statement and said, we do not support Amanda. We had no idea she held these dangerous beliefs. It was like the whole whatever one does. She got canceled by like a couple people commenting on Sephora's account. And they're like, oh no, we don't want to be associated with a conservative Christian Latina woman. Woo. So they canned her, and that is like the number one reason I will not shop at Sephora anymore. It's very hard. Thankfully, most of it's sold at Ulta, or I will go to like the makeup website, the makeup company's website itself, so I don't buy through Sephora.
Yeah, I completely agree.
And it's hard because I was obsessed with Sephora. I used to go to Sephora a lot. They got so much of my money, like thousands of dollars from me.
Yeah, which is actually saying something because you think like the PR for these companies are honestly a giant cesspools. Like at this point, they have no moral ground to stand on. Mm-hmm. Like these people do not care. Like they will, if it makes the company a buck, then that's what they're going to do, regardless of whether they believe it's right. Mm-hmm. Like they do not care about standing up for the company's beliefs, whatever whatever way they believe the company is going to look good. At this point, when the PR teams for these companies, when they just let things ride, like let's say they had Amanda Essing and they were standing by her because this is what she believed in, regardless.
They're like, her beliefs have nothing to do with us. We support having people of all different
like a demographics
and viewpoints. Her political ideations are no reflection of. Yeah, they could have said, like, hey, that has nothing to do with us.
Yeah, there's no backbone here anymore when it comes to a lot of these PR teams.
No!
It's just like, and that's the other thing, is like, you see through it. Mm-hmm. That's the worst part, is the PR, originally, it was like, PR was there to make sure you didn't make any grave mistakes when it comes to the overall general public. Yeah. Now, it's not even about that. Like, if they do something, you know it's fake. Like, straight up, for all these companies, you know it's fake.
Exactly.
So PR is kind of like a shab profession to get into, much like the media is these days, like journalism.
On the left, for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
On the right, they have a hard job. I would not want to be our PR team at work. They're just constantly defending our team.
Well, okay,
against,
yeah,
like,
but that's what I'm saying.
But
when they're defending it, you know that's what they're coming from. They're defending it on like
with facts
and morals. But like this is what we believe. They're not trying to hide anything.
Exactly.
They're not trying to pull the wool over your eyes. Yeah. That's the difference.
The left just wants to slap a sparkly rainbow Band-Aid over it and hope you still buy from them.
Right. That's exactly.
Yeah. Another company for me is Billy's Razors. I mean, the razors aren't great to begin with, so it's not that end of the world. I use Cory's now. But they mostly were just posting a bunch of stuff for, like, trans women and, like, women of all sizes. Like, it was just getting a little too much on that end. And then they were also showing like women not shaving, which is kind of counterintuitive because like your company is a razor company. So they would show a girl with like the most massive hairy pits with green hair as she's shaving her legs. And it's like, clearly she's not going to shave her armpits because she can do whatever she wants with her body.
Right.
But
yeah,
by a razor. It's just
it didn't make any sense.
No, it was just weird. So I was just like, okay, they're obviously like lefty woke. They're just trying to like look leftist.
Yeah.
So then I was like, that's easy.
And we may not agree with part of this. Like, I understand, like, there's, like, plus sizes and everything. But when it comes to models, I mean, you're, like, here's the thing. The stigma about models, the way they look, it's there for a reason, okay?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's there for a reason.
Okay, so that's one of my brands. Savage X Fenty. I used to have a subscription with them. They started out as, like, undergarments, lingerie company for women. Then they had like pajamas, and the stuff was really cute. And I liked it because it was on subscription. So I could get new bralette. I could get new pajamas. Because it's not something I typically spend money on. I was like, this is great. And then they came out with the men's line. I'm like, oh, that's cool. You know, like that makes sense. And then it was everything is unisex. But their website, the models, I don't think they show a skinny model. I'm not sure. If they show a skinny model, it's got to be like a trans male or something. And then the females are like pushing like 300 pounds. And I'm sorry, but like when I'm trying to pick out like cute lingerie to buy and like wear around the house for Cory, it's kind of hard for me to envision like how cute it is when I like can't see half of it because it's hidden under a roll. Sorry, I sound mean. I've got rolls too. I'm a curvy gal, but when I can't see any of it because it's just like swallowed up underneath fat because you're trying to be fat, like size inclusive, like the model's wearing like a 4XX or something crazy. Like how can I see what size I am? Oh yeah, let me just remove like 5XLs of that, and I don't know.
Yeah, and here's one thing. Okay, there's a difference between showing like a plus size, right? A not like
I'm cool with
extremely small size. And there's another difference between showing a 4X where it's just straight up unhealthy and you're promoting to be unhealthy.
Yeah.
It's like that's my big thing with what's her face, Lizzo. Is like, look at how fat I am. I'm gonna shove birthday cake down my throat on TikTok. Like, like come on, bro.
Yeah. And
like, give me a break.
It just annoys me. And I think a company that does it really well is Aerie. So Aerie no longer retouches their models. I'm a fan of that. I think that's great. And then their models represent their true sizes. So they have like models that are like extra small, size 0 to like a size 16. So I can actually look at the models and like some of them look like me, some of them look skinnier than me, some of them look a little bigger than me. But then I can tell my size and how it looks on a girl who's like me, who's like bigger chested. Like that I'm cool with. That I really appreciate. I'm totally for all sizes. I'm totally for most sizes. I don't think I need to try and guess.
I'm not for any size that requires the use of one of those mobile fucking scooters at Walmart.
Yeah.
Like if you're promoting based on that demographic, like it's a problem.
Yeah,
okay?
It's just so weird. Yeah, and then they made everything unisex, and then they're putting like trans men in like women's lingerie, and like it just got to be too much. I was like, I cannot look at this website.
Well, my thing,
I don't want to buy anything from you.
If you're a company that's straight all that you do, that's one thing. But like you're changing your entire company to accommodate modeling for like less than a 1% of your demographic.
Yeah.
I mean, and then what are you doing? Like all these other people that like they I'm sorry, but like there's a lot of people that shop at your brands that aren't 500 pounds. Probably.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm a normal curvy gal, and I want to see a model that's like kind of similar to me so I can see what it looks like on me.
Yeah, and the other thing, you're not doing anyone any justice by promoting body positivity, someone who's like 400 to 500 pounds. Like, I'm sorry, but that's not healthy. It's not healthy.
Yeah.
Like that person is probably going to die young. They're going to develop a whole bunch of health issues. Mm-hmm. And you're telling them that it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's just not good.
Our blunt truth. This
Yep.
is where we get canceled.
We're
Too
not on
late.
we're not on anything in like where people can cancel us. But anyways,
That's true.
Kylie Cosmetics, do you want to talk about that?
Oh, Kylie Cosmetics is entirely for a different reason, so I wanted to include them. So Kylie Cosmetics is very known to rip off small brands and then not give them any credit for it and then blow up, and these small brands don't make any money off of it when it was their ideas. So that's
Cool.
another way where like large companies just like really fuck over people.
Well, yeah, but is that a like agenda pushing type of a deal, or is it just a personal I don't shop there anymore?
I mean, it's probably
Okay.
just
I was
personal.
gonna say, okay.
Look,
Well, I mean, it's you can include
was-
it. It's
I
just
was-
not political.
Okay, it's not really political.
Okay.
It's just the Kardashians.
Well, I don't like the Kardashians either, so.
Yeah.
The only thing that I can really think of that I've actively got rid of because I didn't agree with them was Harry's Razors when they called out Daily Wire and was like, hey,
Yeah.
we don't agree with you after they probably started getting hate or something.
When they were a sponsor.
Yeah, I didn't agree with that. And there is they have Jeremy's Razors in response now,
Yes.
which is kind of neat. I did switch to Dollar Shave Club because they weren't agenda pushing and they weren't political. So I switched over to them, but I actually don't use a razor really much anymore because I use the skull shaver.
Yes.
So just a side note, but I did give up Harry's actively on that reason. So that's one of the things for me, I
Yeah.
would say. Alternative companies for conservatives.
There's lots of good ones.
There's a couple good ones. Now, these ones are like mainstream, hey, in your face. There's obviously conservative companies.
Yeah.
But these are the ones you probably see in the news all the time.
Yes, for sure. Obviously, Black Rifle Coffee.
Yep.
Not surprising. It's military owned and operated. They also give money back to different military organizations to help them. Every bag of coffee you buy, a bag of coffee gets donated to a soldier overseas. Black Rifle Coffee is freaking... First of all, their product is stellar. Okay, we're not sacrificing our Starbucks fix because of Black Rifle Coffee. Black Rifle Coffee is really, really, really good. So they're a company that has amazing values, give money back, do a whole bunch of donating, and have an amazing product. And then another company is obviously the Daily Wire's Jeremy's Razors, which was made directly because of the whole Harry's thing. They're like, fine, you're gonna say you don't support us when you're a sponsor. We will make our own company and do it better.
Yeah.
That's at IHateHarrys.com. Watch
Yeah.
the commercial. It's funny.
It is actually really funny.
It's really
They're
funny.
pretty good.
They make a jab at Gillette, which
Yeah.
is good.
You have Chick-fil-A and Hobby Lobby that are closed on Sundays because they're Christian companies.
Yep.
Um,
Openly Christian.
Also, Chick-fil-A has very nice employees, and their food is fantastic.
Yes.
So there's that.
Everyone loves Chick-fil-A.
Yep.
Even the gays love Chick-fil-A, guys. So
Yep, that is true. Yeah.
you can't compete with it.
You already talked about Amanda Essings.
Yes. So Amanda Essing, she is a makeup YouTuber. She also then developed her own makeup brand called Elevate Beauty. It's cruelty-free. It has really good organic ingredients. It's made in the U.S., so it's a U.S. 100% business. Yeah, it's really cool.
And then obviously Walther. A lot of gun companies, I imagine, are fairly conservative.
Yeah. I would assume
Walther is
most.
probably one of the ones that are more known with their political conservatism.
Leanings.
The other thing I have to talk about is entertainment.
Yes.
You and I both have given up a crap ton of media and entertainment.
I think this is where it's hit you and I the most is entertainment.
Right, because we watch a lot of movies, a lot of TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
I'm huge into gaming, so there's just a lot. I was specifically with social media too. There's a lot that the divide is happening as far as people who engage in these things, and some of it we're not willing to give up. We're straight going to be honest with you. There's specific things we're not willing to give up at this time. Now that may change if it gets really, really horrible, but some of it we already have. A lot of reality TV shows.
I got rid of all of reality unless it's competitive baking shows.
Yes, she's big into competitive baking shows. They're not really political there, I don't believe. No. Yeah, it's like this,
I don't know how you get political baking.
this
a
pastry
cake.
is a white supremacist. Just kidding.
KKK flans.
Right. Yeah. So we've given up Survivor.
The Ku Klux Flan.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm done.
We gave up Survivor. They got extremely woke in every one of their episodes. They have segments specifically where their contenders would bring up an issue and talk about it and like honestly, that's not why I'm watching. I'm watching for the game.
He also wasn't allowed to say, what's he always say, guys and gals or...
Yeah, oh yeah, guys and gals.
He couldn't say anymore.
A statement by Jeff Probst, who has been running the show for like 20, 30, whatever, 20 years, has forever said, come on in, guys and gals. Wasn't able to say that anymore.
Yeah. It's not inclusive.
Yeah, so it's not inclusive, and he obviously agrees with it and everything, whatever. But that's why we gave up that. Gave up all the Bachelor series, which is sad because I used to love the Bachelor series.
We used to host a Bachelor Watch Night every single week.
Yep.
And we gave it up because they gave Chris Harrison the dump.
Yep, they gave it the boot and then got extremely woke again as well. So goodbye, Bachelor family.
Yeah. Not our family.
Nope. CW, the actual
the channel.
Yeah, the channel. We gave up the whole thing. Every single one of their shows is woke. Every single one. As a company that sells, they're like one of the most woke, I think, companies.
Period. For sure.
They have a lot of young adult entertainment, a lot of superhero shows, which is kind of sad. It's a
lot of indoctrination of our teenagers.
Most of their superhero shows that I used to watch went extremely woke. Agenda pushing, BLM, We Hate Cops. I gave up all of it.
Can you give an example?
Yeah, Batwoman, not only was the show pretty horrible, but they started all of their heroes like Batwoman were fighting cops saying that they were evil and horrible and corrupt. Yeah. And I just didn't agree with that. So I gave up most of it. Plus the shows are quite garbage. The budget's pretty low on some of them compared to other shows that we watch. Mm-hmm. But I didn't have a problem with it. The NFL went extremely woke. Hopefully they'll start getting better. But you have a few. The good thing is you do have a few players that stand up for what they believe, regardless of what they say.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yep. Aaron Rodgers. Yep.
Joe Rogan. Listen to it.
Yep. A lot of that. Dana White, Joe Rogan, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. NBA.
The NBA is more for the demographic who watches NBA are a lot younger, so obviously you're going to get a lot of agenda pushing and wokeism there. But they're extremely, especially with China and everything, they're extremely woke.
Oh my God, yeah, I forgot about the whole China thing.
Yeah, so LeBron James, all them people that I have nothing to do with anymore.
Yeah, we gave up all award shows. I used to really enjoy award shows.
Yeah, well, and because you get to see your favorite actors,
Yeah, and you get to, you want to see who wins Best Movie and Best Actor. It's exciting. You want to celebrate them. And then they start talking about climate change and how... Yeah. Their world is so awful and they're so oppressed.
Yeah, it's not about the award anymore. It's not about the art form. It's about the soapbox. So, had to give up that. Yep. And everyone sees through that. The award show numbers, the actual viewership have gone down tenfold even within 5 years. It's astronomical how little people actually watch those shows anymore. Yeah. Something personally that really upset me recently is League of Legends. I'm a huge League of Legends fan, Riot fanboy. They are a pretty woke company, and especially after their whole feminism conflict they had with lawsuits and everything about having everything being they were against women and all this stuff. It's really not true. Granted, they probably were. Some of the higher ups were probably pretty immature. Did some unprofessional things like fart and whatever. But they've since went extremely woke. They recently had a collab with Lil Nas X, who I really don't like at all, since that freaking devil sex song, which is really weird. But yeah, they had a collab with him. The song's actually really good, which is sad, but I do not like Lil Nas X. So even there's conflict on whether you want to participate and enjoy something, even though you don't like the person. I love Taylor Swift songs, but I don't like Taylor Swift at all. Yeah. There's a lot of that going on. So do you support the art, even though you don't like the artist? It's something we struggle with regularly, too. I'm not willing to give up League of Legends because this one random Lil Nas X collab. Yeah.
Can I go on my rant?
Go on your rant.
Last night, I watched my former favorite comedian, Eliza Schlesinger, do a new Netflix special.
Yeah, and how was it?
I'm no longer a fan.
Oh, no.
So much so, I want to leave a bad review of it on Rotten Tomatoes. She has always kept politics out of her comedy for the most part. Most of her comedy is just a comment on females and how we grow up, and when we're crazy single girls, and then we're dating, and then marriage, and the wedding planning. And instead of using her new special to make funny jokes about how she's a mom and her next chapter in life, it was men are awful, Republicans control your vaginas. And that was the entire special. And I never have been so disappointed in my entire life.
Did you watch the whole thing? Yikes.
I did. I was
Yikes.
hoping there would be like some kind of redeeming factor, and there wasn't. It was so bad. She talked about she literally says, screw doing your own research. She's like, I don't want to listen to anyone who does their own research, who uses aromatherapy, who does blah, 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 blah. She's like, I'm going to listen to scientists and doctors for the rest of my life, and you should too. She's like, who gives a shit with your own info? It was clearly referencing the whole COVID thing. And she's like, there's so much misinformation and disinformation out there. And I'm going to be like, oh yeah, because Dr. Fauci led you down a great path, my friend. And yeah, she talked about abortion a ton. She also made a reference about how her and her husband had a miscarriage before their baby, which is really sad. And she was like, yeah, and it's hard to believe that in some states that's illegal. And I was like, you're a fucking idiot. It's not illegal to have a miscarriage.
Yeah, that's not called an abortion, first of all.
It's called a miscarriage.
Yes.
You didn't choose to kill your child.
Yes. That happened, naturally.
Yeah, you sound like Chrissy Teigen, who had a miscarriage, and then a year later was like, it wasn't an abortion. It wasn't an abortion.
Freaking idiots, man.
Oh my God, yeah. It was just like the whole special. And then there's this one part, she's like, I want to be very succinct in what I say, because this is going to be translated into several languages, because this is a Netflix special, and I want everyone to hear. And she's like, and she basically says, gentlemen, you are pieces of shit. It's not exactly what she said, but it basically.
Yikes.
Yeah, it was.
Yikes, man. And we went to her live one time.
Look, I used to be so in love with Eliza that Cory wanted to propose to me at an Eliza comedy show. This is how much I used to love this comedian. And after that performance, I am done. I'm pretty positive I'm going to unfollow her. I can't believe I didn't already. I'm going to unfollow her on social media. I will not be, I already stopped listening to her podcast. I will not buy any of her specials. I will not go see her show. I am done.
I don't blame you.
And rant.
Proud of you for standing up what you believe in.
Oh my God. I was just so mad. So mad.
All right, some alternative entertainment choices for you guys. Obviously, the Olympics has remained relatively non-political. For the most part. Hopefully that stays the same. The MMA, they get pretty non-political. It's about the sport. It's about the art form. So Dana White and Joe Rogan. Obviously, Joe Rogan's a little bit more liberal, but he's definitely about free speech. And even him, he is turning more and more moderate as the days go on. Mm-hmm. Some conservative channels that you can get into, Daily Wire, PragerU, and The Blaze. All of them are coming out with pretty much their own movies, TV shows, political commentation. Daily Wire Plus has a lot of children's shows
that are coming out.
So there's options out there for you if your woke shows get a little bit too much for you. Mm-hmm. Some things we aren't willing to give up. Do you want to talk about a couple of things they aren't willing to give up?
Yeah, Netflix.
Yeah, I won't unsubscribe from Netflix because I love Netflix.
The Witcher.
I love a lot of the stuff on Netflix.
Yeah.
They have some great freaking high budget, high fidelity, high quality TV shows and movies for $20 a month.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. There's a lot of woke stuff on there, but there's some conservative stuff too.
There is. So, there's, what was it? Look Both Ways. That was a movie that I just watched recently on there. Surprisingly had a pro-life twist.
Yep.
Shocking. Was very good.
Did you notice? I just compared the entertainment as woke and conservative instead of liberal and conservative. That's how I'm comparing them now, is woke and conservative.
I mean, it is.
It's not even liberal anymore. It's just woke and conservative. Yeah.
It's just woke.
Disney.
Yeah.
Disney, to be honest, that would be the first one to go for me.
Same.
I don't think there's enough on there to keep me if it got much more. If they started introducing it at all their Star Wars shows,
oh yeah,
I'd probably be goodbye, sayonara.
I think I would just suck it up and buy all of the classics, and then I would get rid of Disney Plus. Because I do watch the classics of The Princess Diaries and Parent Trap at least once a month.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
So I would just buy those and then just cancel Disney Plus. So that one would be the least. Amazon, Bezos, you outdid yourself, sir. Can't get rid of Amazon. Also, Amazon's Prime, the movie or the videos, the movies, the TV shows are amazing.
Yeah, they're really good. It doesn't have nearly as much. I still think Netflix has the most, but there's some great things on Amazon.
Yeah. Amazon
Terminal List, man.
Yeah, which is shocking because what was it, like a year and a half ago? Amazon pulled movies off of their platform.
I think if one is going to is the best at putting both sides on, I think maybe it's Amazon as putting some multi viewpoints.
I would say so, but Amazon is the first to pull a movie, to pull a documentary. They pulled the Clarence Thomas documentary. They pulled something else too.
Yeah, but they eventually put him back on. I mean,
no, they didn't. Daily Wire bought the Clarence Thomas documentary because Amazon refused to put it up.
Oh, I gotcha.
So
yeah,
I mean, Amazon just has amazing shows.
Yeah, they do.
Terminal List.
Yep.
Freaking amazing.
Starbucks. Here's the other thing. I just talked about this with my boss yesterday.
Yeah.
If there were more Black Rifle coffee pop-ups where you could get coffee around the United States, I wouldn't go to Starbucks at all anymore.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at with it.
Black Rifle's in Clarksville. They have a coffee shop there.
Well, I'm not going to drive to Clarksville.
I know. I need them to have one down here.
Starbucks, they offer some great coffee. It is what it is. I like Starbucks. I don't like what they stand for. But I do like their coffee. So.
The founder, there's a couple people at work that have read his book. So the founder of Starbucks, he has a autobiography. In his autobiography, you can tell that the company's just really gotten away from him, because in his autobiography, he has some really good things about like hard work, and he's not as left. I think his company just got out of hand and away from him. So that's kind of like the small redeeming factor of Starbucks.
Yeah. Apple products. Apple's really, really woke company, but damn, they come out some great iPhones.
Slave to Apple. As I'm here with my iPhone connected to only one of my Macs. I have two. I
have no reason to ever use a Mac, but their iPhones, I will never own a phone that isn't an iPhone. And it's horrible because they're probably listening to everything I'm saying right now.
At least they have the ask not to track button.
Right. They finally introduced that. But man, they make some great phones. That's all I know.
They do. Social media. And
the last thing we're not willing to give up is social media. I'd be perfectly honest with you. I use YouTube more than anything else. Mm-hmm. I'd be perfectly fine giving up Instagram. I'd be perfectly fine giving up. I don't use TikTok. Taylor uses TikTok a lot. I'm actually really glad that I don't use TikTok. It's probably positive for me that I don't. Because every person that I know uses TikTok, they abuse it, and it probably is not good with their mental. And Facebook, I could get rid of.
Was that a direct at me?
No, everyone else too. Facebook, I could probably give up, but I actually use Facebook in a healthy way where I only use it for some comedy stuff as well as to chat with people that I haven't seen in a while. But that's it. YouTube would be the struggle for me.
Yeah, we're pretty healthy social media people. Okay.
I disagree entirely. I'm a very healthy social media user. Twitter, I actually started using like insane, but only because of crypto. If there was no crypto on Twitter, I would not use Twitter at all.
Okay, you're bad with Twitter. I'm bad with the rest.
Well, okay, but like,
okay,
crypto is a freaking here's the thing: is crypto is a freaking hobby.
He's gonna
like
justify
the random scrolling through shit for no other reason other than because I don't know what to do and pass time. That's what I have a problem with. Yeah. I do it because I'm excited because I want to do something. Like I'm participating in something versus I'm bored. Scroll.
I need to get better at my social media.
You used to be really good, and then you took off all your timers.
No, they're still on there.
Oh, you just ignore them?
I literally just ignore them.
Oh, wow, that worked good.
I go 5 more minutes, and then I don't.
Well, yeah.
Anywho, I'm going to work on my social media, but I can't give it away completely.
Yeah. What can you not give up, guys? Thank you so much for listening to this episode.
Yes. We also want to know what companies you really support that are good.
Yeah.
Find the good fight.
Give us some info on some companies that you guys like.
We need some good recommendations.
Yep. Our next episode is going to be Season 3, Episode 22 on October 26th. Remember that we have bi-weekly show uploads on Wednesdays.
Yes, sir.
See you next time, guys, for the monthly scoop of October.
Goodbye.
Hey guys, thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of the Strive Nation podcast with your hosts Cory, Estreen, and Taylor Huff.
Make sure you follow us on all social media platforms at Strive Nation Pod on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Join us for our next episode in 2 weeks. And remember, when the world is upside down, Strive Nation is right side up for you guys. Have a good one.